Hello.
Let's go.
Hello.
Sorry for the delayed response. Heard you the first time, just was on the toilet, so.
Too much
Sorry.
info? Too much info, but thanks.
But I was meaning to ask, you know that like recording of your stream you have?
Yeah.
The like volume mix between Discord and the game sounds. Is it like that when you play on your, is it like that when you play on your side as well, or is it just the recording?
Is it like what? No, it's, well, I've got my mic sounds turned down. So, yeah, it volume mixes between all different things, but my own mic sounds are down, so my own voice is low. But why yours? I don't think you said it. I think you wrote it because you didn't say anything.
No, I didn't say anything. I was just genuinely curious.
No, because you come through loud and clear on the rest of it. It's just on that particular part where there's nothing, and then all of a sudden on Paul, I then make an observation. Oh yeah, there is that. So I'm sure you wrote it because even Hey Ho Let Go would not have covered it up, and then you speak fine. So yeah, and yeah, I can't tell whether the chat covers everything. But,
yeah, no, I definitely wrote it. I was just curious as to whether or not that was the volume mix you played with.
well, no, I mean as I said, I have the mic capture turned right down, mainly so that you're not annoyed by constant key tapping. But I have noticed that on the stream, it means my own voice is much quieter than everybody else's, and the game sounds are 100%. So everybody else's voices and and the game signs are very high. So what I've actually done is I've dropped the game signs down and I've increased my own volume up. So just you live and learn, as they say. But that's because that's the first time I put it on YouTube. Hi.
Right. Yeah, I did notice that your voice is quieter than everyone else's.
Yeah, because I turned it down because of the key tapping. I just don't want people to have to listen to me tapping really hard all the time.
Yeah, especially as Warrior is slightly button smashing. That kind of spec. Well, most specs are sort of button smashing, so.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Also, random question. Anyone here uses Windows 7 or 8? Windows 8.
Not anymore.
Oh, which one am I using? It might be 10.
If it's got like boxes and windows and stuff like that, special stuff, it's 10. I don't think anybody uses 8 who hasn't upgraded to 10 because it's horrible.
Yeah, is anyone using Windows 10?
Yes. Everybody.
I thought you were on Mac.
Well, yeah, apart from me, but I'm an exception in this case, yeah.
I'm on the Mac as well.
Who's on a Mac?
Primo.
Ah, well done, Primo. Yeah, no, I play on a Mac. Plays fine, but yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys suddenly started getting pop-ups that appear randomly and they sort of disappear within about half a second?
Which pop-up? When you start WoW?
Generally.
No. I've noticed when I start WoW just as it's opening the main screen, I get a system message pop up, and it lasts half a second.
Little window one.
Yeah,
I have that.
And
as well.
it disappears, and I tried going with it. I can't read it because it doesn't live on the screen long enough. But something pops up and goes away.
I don't think it's important.
Yeah, because I mean, I get it when I open WoW. I normally sometimes get it when I'm on using like Flashbell on YouTube. But otherwise, I never get it otherwise. Any other time. I assume we need to summon Falcon, right? So that we can get Stone down there.
Yeah, with the Sevlon. Okay, just waiting for Revlon, and then well, get the others in later. We'll see if we manage the 3 healers or not.
Is Tiger going to come and join Link those?
He's not here, so I can't do anything with him.
He's unbeaten it. He's his priest.
He's not logged. Remind him he was going to share a week aura.
Okay.
Anyway, on Discord, I linked an important strategy message. Can you go and watch the last video I linked, please?
Seriously?
Is it the Amazon one?
It's Penis song.
The penis song. It is important to watch the penis song. It's very, very, very applicable to our particular strategy. So if you haven't watched it yet, watch the penis song.
Especially if you have erectile dysfunction. You put people off of watching it, son. I thought that was the main theme of the song.
Not really.
Hey guys.
Hey up. Is it really a year since Harambe died? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Feels like yesterday.
I assume they must be using some kind of like voice change thing.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they're American country and western singers, but it's quite fun.
Hello.
Hey up.
All right.
Has everyone written anything anywhere to say he's not coming?
I serve a greater power.
Can we enter, by the way?
You need to
Not
say
yet.
something.
Yeah, summon me would be nice.
Oh.
We've only got the one warlock, and it's the one that always never thinks of putting up a wardrobe by himself. I'm talking about you, Volcan. Thank you.
Well, if there isn't another warlock, who else would you be talking about?
Well, yeah. Normally, I've been quite used to speedy summons lately, but Firefunk's not here.
Suramar's citizens
Counter.
must be told of the arrival of the Horde. Post bulletins throughout the city.
Anyway, it's set to Mythic. Feel free to enter.
Is on the way.
Get Bragger as well.
Yep. Something.
Let's just summon Exy while we're here as well. Somebody help me with the summon, please. Bibba?
I'm running. I'm on the right.
Bragger's doing it. Don't know if we'll need you right away, Exy. I don't think we will, but it depends on Evlon. If he doesn't show up, then.
Okay. I'm just in combat with stupid mobs, so
That's okay. You got the summon, did you?
yes.
Okay. I don't know, Akia, you might want to have a look, make sure you've updated it. I know that Inox, I think it was Inox, had some issues with it yesterday. The rest of us didn't, but it should be working fine. I'm seeing the Elisand note, P1, P2, P3, Delphioric beams.
I'm not even seeing any note, actually.
Slash ERT note, guys.
I think he posted it after before you joined Braga, so you might need to resend it.
Yeah, because usually I don't have to type it, usually it's on by default.
Fighting Tiger. Tiger's going to share a note with us.
I'm looking forward to hearing about what noise this thing makes. He didn't say, but he was building tension.
He's got to share the weak aura yet.
Well, apparently there's a sound in the weak aura.
It probably one of those. Who was it that posted a weak aura that was like really insulting to you personally, to everybody? I can't remember. Was it Ari? Yeah, I think it was Ari Army. Back in Hellfire.
It's probably for fuck's sake move. Night Tiger.
Yeah, well, it could be. For fuck's sake, Dispel would be a fun one.
Isn't it the one from Valari?
Something.
Yeah, the one from Valari was the one that Ari got from somewhere, and it was like move you C and F you this and whatever, and yeah, it was kind of. I remember Pulse saying, "Oh my God, no! I'm trying to build the credibility on my YouTube channel. I can't have this thing."
Does no one have a mog map?
Yes. Depends where you are, though.
Or else on? Okay. Thank you, Primo.
Yes, actually, we will. Tiger, I think, is going to share something with us.
Oh yeah.
Decora.
Don't do it yet, please. I need to reload real fast.
It's all right. We can.
It's to move out for singularity. So
It's a ranged one. It's not for all of us, but I presume it will only spam you if you're ranged.
Apparently it also works for the gives you a timer for how long you have on the haste buff, so that might work for melee as well. But you might have a different recall for that, but anyway.
Yeah, you sent this IRT note and it started to give me error after error, so I had to relog and update it. Probably that's the case. Congrats on Starboy kill, by the way. I missed that.
Thank you.
Too bad.
Charles. So which one do we do? All of them?
All of them. There's like I think one's a telephone when you need to refresh your haste buff, and the other's quite a seductive sound which tells you the range to move out.
Right. What does it say? For fuck's sake, run out.
No, it's someone moaning.
Oh no! Really? It's a sex sound.
That's the spelling singularity one, right? Because you've linked 3 there.
It goes ooh move out or pull it out. Does it?
It's funny, it's funny the first time, but it's annoying after that.
Okay. Cheers for that. Cheers for that. I'm glad I'm not ranged.
I think I might be enjoying this raid more than I thought I would.
Actually, if you haven't watched it, guys, there's a video of strategy I linked in Discord. Go ahead and watch it. It's rather. It's called the Penis Song, but it's not about that. It's actually about Alisand's strategy. So watch it.
I'm sorry, I can't get Exorsus to work. It just showed me the black.
I don't know what's happened. Inox had the same issue yesterday.
It shows me the black rectangle, and I just updated it. It's no use anyway.
Don't
You
know.
can go to settings and change it again, but I don't see no anyway. But at least it's not a big black rectangle.
It's a big black one, and I checked.
Guys, do you have yours set to betas or just release modes on your updates? Release. It might be that some of us have got beta versions. I don't know, but I'm only throwing out the issue.
It's like never happened before. Just
What version are you using? Just open it. Tell me. Exhaustus Raid Tools version.
Protection.
3855 should be the version you're using.
let me check.
Yes, 3855.
3855. Yep.
Weird.
I just literally downloaded it like 1 minute ago and installed.
It says Necro has no add-on for some reason. And the rest of you all have 3855. Apart from Ellie, who has 3780, like one from last year. Ellie, good job on that.
I never update.
And Krantz has 3850, which is one from a couple of weeks ago.
You should never update. That's probably what's causing everyone problems.
Well, everyone else can see it apart from that one person.
No, seriously, actually, what Bragg has just said, that's true. Ellie, go and update yours, please. Because we can't have the guy who actually sends a note using one that's from previous expansion.
Tiger, your icons are huge for this thing.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Seriously, they take up like all the top of my screen.
You can change the size.
They're not gonna all be up at the same time.
Probably not, but they're still massive.
The first time one is gonna be up, and that's about it. Oh, singular.
Do we need all three of the regardless?
Just get all three, yeah.
Yeah, if they're use of melee, resend them, please.
So what's this, Elisand?
No.
No. Yeah, okay, shut up.
Well, I'm starting to trash.
Well, I've tried to send it with my own, so...
Countered.
Take one. Yeah.
Gift of the Queen. Banquet Embrace. Counter. Earthen Shield Totem. Counter. Commanding Shout. Essence of Ganir. Countered.
Good job.
Earthen Shield Totem.
Tiger, is
I
it?
foresaw your coming, of course. The threads of
Tiger, is
fate
there any
that
chance you
led
can
you to
relink
this
the
place.
recorders, please?
Your desperate attempt to
Yeah,
stop
sure.
the Legion. My people faced a similar dilemma. I peered into all possible futures in search of an answer. And found only one. The Legion's victory is inevitable.
Cauldron's on
Every
purple.
time stream shows it to be so. Had we resisted, they would have taken the Night Well by force and left us bereft of it. I could not allow my people to starve, to waste away without its energy sustaining us. So a bargain was struck. Now I see a future where the Legion is victorious and my people endure. This is the thread that must be preserved. I will do everything in my power to make it so. Your deaths ensure the future of the Nightborn. Come forward, then. Let us speed you towards your fate.
So like burn her to start with everything we have, right? To have less circles for the next two phases.
Yeah, we have to do it every time she spawns the pools. I think that's what the weak hour is for.
Yeah, so we're going to Bloodlust at the pull, absolutely nuke the fuck out of the boss. We're going to pull from the back like we do on Heroic. And the moment Singularity is going to come in, all ranged and healers need to be in this outer circle. As close to the wall as possible, but anywhere in this outer circle is fine. We'll want to use the lighter inner circle for movement.
Anyway, everyone's here now, thanks, Tommy. Okay. Better share those things with everyone too.
I'm just leaving to go and do world quests.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Right. Hello. Sorry I'm a bit late.
No problem.
I was in fact sleeping.
Got Elisanto down to P3 on our first try.
Sure.
You nearly believed him.
Yeah, top for now. That's fine. You can leave. I've taken the attendance to start with. We'll poke if we need anybody. And talk by any chance, are you still on your 7-year-old computer or on a decent one today?
You see the note, Braga?
Sorry, what?
Can you see the notes?
No.
That's not my problem then. My year-old the Exorcist was fine.
You can set your own note. Let me copy it.
Or it's just a block.
I'm just asking Toki if you are still on your 7-year-old computer, if you've got your other one back. Okay, no problem. We'll poke if we need you. Right, we're trying with 3 healers to start with, as discussed. If we can't make it, then we'll get XE in, and we'll swap out to DPS.
Look at the Discord, that's what I see. Every time I reload UI.
I've just pasted the note into Discord. So you can copy that into your own personal note. It's just got you shouting on P1 at 25% HP. I presume Melly will call you on that. And then Delphuric Beam in P3 shout. Is that me or Braga? Braga, I presume.
I've got your name next to it.
Yeah, you've got me in P2, but in P3 it just says track plus shout. So I presume that's Braga. Mine probably won't be off yet.
Yeah, I forgot about Braga, so I'll add him in there.
Okay. Well, you've got him on P1. It's just on P3 you've got a shout with that name.
Yeah, just call for it if you can. I will just look at my Discord for note because ERT is not working.
No, your ERT is not working. Everybody else's is.
Can we get a feast?
Yeah, I forgot Tiger's not here. He always beats me to it. Let's check if my YouTube stream is working, Toppy, just to avoid missing the kill.
Oh, are you streaming?
Yeah, on my YouTube channel. No, it's on YouTube. Just go
Can
on.
you link in Discord?
YouTube. Scabb, I don't know. Let me find it. It's a link in Discord.
Cheers.
To my channel. I think Light is logging. Usually is. Every time I try live logging, it breaks, and then I end up with no logs, so I don't do it. Do we have a cauldron, sir?
You had one.
We had one. Can I have a flask from somebody else, please?
Sure, I have a spare.
Sam's trading me. Paying me back from yesterday. Can you see anything on YouTube? Should do. I mean, it worked fine yesterday.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, quite good. No, I somehow managed to overwrite my Twitch settings, so I'm not going to try and find my key now. So it's on YouTube. Anyway, it came out actually better on YouTube yesterday. Okay, let's smash our faces against it and see what happens. You can hold off on runes for now, guys. Just eat up, please, boss.
Everyone to the wall. I have lamp pulling. Right up against the wall.
Come on.
5,
Heroic
4,
tactics, guys. Back to the
3,
wall.
2,
Back to the wall.
1.
Misdirection.
Your timelines end here.
Big Ad.
Bloodlust.
Bloodlust.
Big Ad.
Gift of the Queen.
Kill the red one first.
Gift of the Queen.
Taunt Boss.
Counter.
Taunt Boss. 3, 2, 1. Taunt Boss. Watch Orb.
Why did we get fast before this slow?
It's an tactic.
Oh, okay.
Taunt Boss.
Okay, and it killed me. Fine.
Big Ad.
Fade singularity.
Really? What the fuck, Tiger?
What's the telephone about?
That's to refresh your.
4, 3,
Oh, the fast.
2, 1. Watch Orb.
I told
Gift
you
of
it'll
the
make you laugh,
Queen.
but honestly, after about 3 or
Gift of
4
the Queen.
pulls, it'll do your head in.
Well, why
Let's use
did
the
you
old
link it?
You were destined to die.
4,
It's just
3,
really
Counter.
useful to
Tranquility.
not
1.
have the crap in the
Watch Orb.
where people are running.
Crash over you.
Big Ad.
Are we supposed to dodge that?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're meant to use
An
the old bubble.
inevitable outcome.
So don't follow the
The
boss.
old blue
Stay
one.
at the old bubble.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're meant to be at the old bubble for the first 3 rings, and then we can kill the second ad. We just have to keep going until
Take no joy in this victory.
Seriously.
Please focus. We're trying to do mythic progress.
I know, but it's kind of hard when you got that going on. It's the first time you go, what the hell is that? Okay. Right. Just on a serious note, apart from changing the volume on that particular alert, do we really need to move the boss out there when we're avoiding stuff, or can we keep it behind the blue bubble? Because dragging it all the way out
behind there.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to make any sense dragging it all the way over there when we've got to be behind the blue bubble.
Well, it's fine by me, but then that means you won't clear off the boss because you suck, so you'll kill that ad.
Don't care. We've got to survive the fight, and at that point, yeah.
You kill the first red ad, and then you kill the blue ad just before the rings come in. That blue bubble will last for the first 3 sets of rings, so you don't have to kill the second blue ad straight away. I mean, the ranged can focus it, but for interrupt's sake. But it's one of those that because you kill the blue ad second, it's not essential to do straight away, so you're not running around losing DPS. Especially as the entire goal of P1 is get it out of P1 as fast as possible.
Oh, sorry. You off.
Okay. I was confused why no
Good
one touched
night.
Well,
I mean,
Thank you for coming.
but it's all about striking a balance. We just have to find that balance.
Have a nice try.
Usually you would focus down on the second small round. All the melee would stay on the boss behind the first bubble.
Can we drop a repair for some reason? I've got some yellow gear, so my bad.
You can get a middle outside.
Yeah, but we could do, but if somebody's got something, we'll do it anyway. So the moaning is for ranged. I can actually turn that shit off then.
The mains for range, the telephone is for everyone. Never thought I'd be saying that.
Feast, please.
Yeah, I'm just busy trying to turn that noise off because I'm not going to be able to focus with it. Which one is it? Is it the one with the running man icon on it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's for ranged only, yeah?
Yeah, that's the baiting singularity.
Bye-bye.
But that blue ad died at the perfect time on that guy, because we could I actually used it for the free set of rings.
Yeah, it worked quite well. It's just the second ad can't get too many blasts off is the only thing. Because obviously the two ads that spawn have new casts that go off. I mean, we've all seen the video, so...
Can we set 2, maybe 3 ranged up just to make sure they're interrupting it?
I mean, I'm going to be on it at all times. I have a really, really shit interrupt, but I have pretty good single target damage, so it's a decent trade-off.
I'm going to interrupt it
Oolong
because
yourself.
of Cephus.
Oolong yourself and Bibba, maybe.
What?
To interrupt the ad.
Yeah, I will. I got Cephus too.
I will interrupt it like every 45 seconds.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
To the wall.
Why do we have 10 seconds to timer on this?
5,
As opposed to
4,
what? A half
3,
hour?
Well, they are
2,
not recasting or
1.
something, so we
Direction.
can have like 5 seconds.
Your timelines end here.
Difference doesn't make.
Bloodlust.
5 seconds.
Big ad. Big ad.
Seriously?
Can't stand it, it hurts.
I know, but...
Kill the pink one first, don't kill the blue one too
Counter.
fast.
I thought we killed the
Gift
ring
of the Queen.
disc, but my bad.
Gift of the Queen.
Get me up,
Countered.
come on.
4, 3, 2. Taunt boss 1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Yeah, stop taking her all the way over there,
Taunt
please.
boss.
As I foretold.
Big
Shoot
ad.
teleports.
Just don't follow.
I didn't follow her. It's just disc came back
Counter.
from the other side.
Watch your
The
step.
battlefield, not you.
Devotion aura. Countered. Essence of Ganir. Earthen
4,
shield totem.
3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time
Gift of the Queen.
crash over you.
Gift of the Queen. Countered. Countered.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over
Countered.
Big ad.
Tears deliverance.
What?
you. Just as I foretold.
Countered.
Watch your
Right
step.
Clearly you can tell not all the
4,
range have the
3,
weak aura because
2,
some people are not
An
moving out.
inevitable outcome.
I think it, to be honest, if you want my own personal
Watch your-
opinion, it's too intrusive. And
Big
so
ad.
I'm going to see if I can change the sound.
things that are annoying don't really help, to be honest. I've already deleted both of mine.
I love it.
I quite like it as well.
Good, if you like
4,
it and you can react to it,
3,
then fine. But I
2,
just find it really, really
1.
irritating.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash
That's
over
the point
you.
of the sound.
Yeah, it doesn't help if I'm trying to
I
figure
took
out what
no
the sound's
joy in
about.
this victory, but it was inevitable.
The telephone is to refresh your haste buff.
Which doesn't work.
Refreshing
Well-
your haste buff is only possible as a melee if the tanks don't pull the boss all the way to somewhere else, otherwise you're without haste buff anyway.
So what is happening now? We're just missing up the rings?
No, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It's not working right, but don't know why people either playing like shit or not understanding something. DPS is too low, people are all over the place, but it is the first try, so there you go.
Gateway.
Right, ranged. When you hear the moaning sound, for what it's worth, or hear me shout Bait Singularity, you have to get out the middle. You have to go to the edge. For the second ad, we are just going to interrupt it and then go back to the boss. Just to try and get the boss down before the fourth set of Arcanetic rings. If we keep on getting the fourth set of Arcanetic rings, something is really wrong with DPS. Of course, to do that. No, we need to get.
We need to get the fourth and not the fifth.
I thought it was don't get the fourth.
Okay, remember everybody, even though we're pulling to the wall, we still need to pre-pot. And we need to kill the ads and in the order that we're supposed to kill them, but we also need to DPS the boss down low enough to push the next phase.
After the third set of rings, move to the second ad. If it's still alive, then we'll kill that second ad immediately then, rather than all switching to it and DPSing it straight away. Ranged still switch to it when it spawns to interrupt the blast every now and then. It's not crucial it gets interrupted all the time, just every now and then if possible, so that you can maximise your boss damage. Arkia or Rag, you will move the boss to that ad after the third set of rings.
I thought you said that we need to push her before the fourth set of rings. So
If we can't, then we have to at least be in position to deal with it. Rather than standing around at the third ring going, well, better wipe.
So. Ready when you are.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
Blood.
Big ad.
Let's go.
Big ad.
Like a couple of seconds for us to get the openers, maybe.
I have to get to the ad.
Gift of the Queen.
Really messes with the draft assault.
Gift of the Queen. Countered.
Taunt boss.
Countered.
4, 3, taunt boss. 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Taunt boss. Big ad.
I'm an idiot.
Those rings are really shit.
Get out.
Taunt boss. Watch your step. Interrupt.
Presence of Gunir. Countered.
We're supposed to be on the big ad, Elliot?
To interrupt.
3, 2,
Interrupt the next
Supposed to be on the boss.
1. Watch your interrupt.
Yeah, well, nobody's interrupting him, so one way or the other.
That's ranged job.
Interrupt.
Yeah, well,
Taunt
they're not
boss.
doing it. I just interrupted him, and the next one
Interrupt.
got through.
It's not 100%.
It's not radio cast.
1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of
taunt
time
boss.
Countered.
crash over you.
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Yeah, now we move to the second.
It's after this set of rings, I believe you want to move.
Just wipe his
Watch your
control the
step.
battlefield, not you.
Countered.
4, 3,
Just
2,
as I foretold.
1. Watch your...
I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Yeah, Scabb, apparently it takes basically five melee, who have like a 10-second interrupt, to be able to interrupt every cast on the blue ad. So we're not, with range, I think we're not going to get all of them.
It's not, you don't interrupt the blast cast, you just have to interrupt the recursion. That's the one we need to worry about.
I mean, the blast cast you interrupt just to save on, healer's mental health. It's not 100% you have to do this every single time. On P2, you have to just interrupt recursion every single time because of Delphic beams. So just ignore the blast one unless you see everybody quite low.
I mean, I really only need 2 range to interrupt the far away blue ad. Because
all right. Fine. But that's not the problem. As far as I'm concerned, this is a total clusterfuck. I don't understand what the hell is going on, in the sense that the movement of the boss is all over the place, the movement of the rings is all over the place. We have 2 rings, we have 5 people dead. There is obviously something not working.
Gateway.
And talking about interrupts and who has to do this is completely pointless when it's completely obvious that we don't understand the way this fight is working. It's not working the way it's supposed to. So, a little minute, talk about some basics and go through it again as if we're all idiots, because obviously we are. I understand the boss teleports when it does rings, but positioning is, well, I don't know what's going on, really. And I'm not the only one that's bloody done it.
So basically when the fight starts, when we kill the first blue end, we get the blue bubble. We're sticking under that. We're staying behind that blue bubble until she does 3 casts of rings. Okay? Once after the 3rd cast, the blue bubble is going to despawn, at which point we have to move to where the second blue bubble is, which is technically where the blue ad is spawning. Then we move behind that because we really need to stay behind the blue bubble all the time so we can dodge the rings.
Okay, so tank has to bring the boss back behind the blue bubble on every single... As soon as it moves out, we get straight back to the blue bubble?
Yep, basically.
Okay. At least the tank's no doubt.
And then after the 3rd ring, all the raid moves towards where the second blue ad is. They would probably either be dead at that time from the range, or if not, we just have to kill it.
Okay, so Nox says kill the pink cat, kill the blue ad, stay at the blue bubble, 3 casts, move the boss back to the blue bubble, please, otherwise the rest of us are not doing anything. Then move to the second ad, kill it, kill boss, P1 ends.
Another different thing about the rings on Mythic is that once they pass through the blue bubble, they're going to ricochet off the wall and come back. So you need to dodge them from where they spawn, and they're going to come back as well. So that's why we're getting like small orbs that are kind of, big spaces between them.
Yep, so after the phase 1, the phase 2 is the pretty much the same thing. The ads will spawn in the same location, and you just kill the first one, stay by it for 3 sets of rings, move to the second one. You will want to interrupt any recursion and expedite casts. They are the new abilities from the pink ad and the blue ad. And the only change for that one is the beam, the Delphic beam. On Heroic, you could stand behind the guy that has the beam and it would be fine. Not so anymore. It goes through the target all the way to the end of the room. If you have the beam, stand still. Everybody else will move away from you. It's not your prerogative to move. If you do so, you risk killing everybody. So just stay still and make sure ranged with blinks or anybody with like totems or anything like that, go and stand in the orbs to soak them. But P2, like I say, it's the exact same as phase 1 in regards to killing ads and stacking in front of the bubble. So get it right now, because we'll be repeating it 3 times throughout the fight.
Just so nobody says in phase 2, if you have the beam, the only time you would move a bit if you're stacked on somebody else who also has the beam.
Well, yeah.
Other than that, you would stay still. Everybody else has to dodge where you're standing.
All right, let's go phase 1 first, right? right first. At the moment, we're not getting it anywhere near right. Are the tanks clear also on movement, please? Because it was one of the biggest. It was one of the biggest issues we had when we were progressing on heroic was that the boss was positioned badly, and I just want us to be sure the tanks know what they're doing here, so that we don't have that issue too on Mythic.
Well, we're not moving at all.
No,
But
but
the
she
boss-
needs to be moved back once she ports out, and obviously she needs to be put in a position whereby melee can actually do something. Otherwise, I can drop all the melee, put in another recruit another 5 or 6 ranged, and just do it that way. But I'd rather actually that melee are able to do something too. Right, let's have some more pulls. See if we can figure it out. Wall.
It's through wall.
Braga.
No rush, Braga. We're just waiting for you.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
Big ad.
Let's go.
Big ad.
Okay, on the pink card.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen.
4, taunt
3,
boss. 2,
Build that one a bit.
Behind the blue.
1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of time crash over you.
Stay alpha.
Taunt boss.
Yeah, we shouldn't move that side.
You were destined
Big
to
ad.
die.
Wipe it again. Guys, just don't move. Stay behind the blue. What's happening to people? You've got the pink on the right side. That's the way you go when you've got
Watch your
the two
step.
next to each other.
Not you. An inevitable outcome. I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Got a res or release it? Release it.
No, there's a bit of a bad RNG there. I'm saying my case personally, I've avoided every single ring. That one there caught me out, and I had to disperse. It was a bit weird what happened. Just bad RNG.
Gateway.
To the wall.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timeline's
My bad.
end
Why?
here.
I don't know.
Blood.
Big Ad. Big Ad.
Earthen Shield Totem.
Taunt Boss.
Here's Deliverance.
Taunt Boss.
Essence of Premier. Gift of the
Taunt
Queen.
Boss.
Countered. Gift of the Queen.
4, 3, 2,
Countered.
1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash
Okay,
over you.
watch where you're going. Okay, yeah, we're overlapping the pink. We shouldn't do that, guys.
Taunt
Just
Boss.
as I foretold.
Can't have them
Big
on
Ad.
top of each other. We know that from heroic. There has to be a gap between the two.
Get out for singularity.
Taunt Boss. Watch your step.
Not you.
Get Evelyn up.
Taunt Boss.
Countered. Earthen Shield Totem.
4, 3, 2, 1. Taunt Boss.
Gift of the
Watch your
Queen.
Waves of time crash over
Rings.
Gift of the Queen.
Ring set number 2.
Taunt Boss.
God. They really do hurt more. You
3,
can't get clipped at all.
2, 1.
You were done. Let the
Watch your-
waves of time
You can't do anything.
Listen, after this one, we're gonna move to the new.
Countered. Devotion Aura. Innervate. Countered.
Get to the outside.
Countered.
Watch your
control the
step.
battlefield, not you.
Tranquility.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Countered.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash
No.
over you.
This is why you'd be training
Big
in
Ad.
CDs.
Yeah. Who goes first?
Yeah, you see,
Try and command
Yeah.
totem.
rings
Iron
went through
Hand.
pink there as well.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
This
waves
Watch
of
your-
time
Essence of
crash
Gamir.
over you.
With the rings there, I don't know if you've noticed, but you stand in front of
Four.
blue for
Counting.
almost
3,
the entire time.
2,
You don't need to move
1.
until the
Let
very,
the
very
Watch
end.
your-
waves of time crash
Like,
over you.
Aigi there only just died from rings, and
Watch
there's another
your
set of
step.
rings already come in. You don't have to run around like a headless chicken, just stay in front of the blue until the orbs that are behind you catch up to you.
You were
And
done. I take
you can
no
literally just
joy
stand
in
there
this
for like 10
victory.
seconds, perfectly
But it
fine.
was
And you'll
inevitable.
find that you won't even have to move an inch, or if you do, not much. Rather than running around in circles going, fuck, I'm gonna get hit!
No, it depends a bit on where she teleports.
Exactly.
Sometimes they go
Well,
from
And also depends what class you're playing. It's very easy to say that as a range. You can stand anywhere. and
Oh,
do what you like.
yeah, but if
As-
the boss
as-
is on the other side of the room and the rings have spawned, why the hell are you running towards it?
We're not running towards it, but the point is that where the boss gets moved to after the teleport dictates
Where
where
I
the melee
go.
are going to stand. They're going to stand where the boss is. Otherwise, we're completely pointless on this fight. So it's, there's two parts to this. Obviously, the tanks have to get used to a positioning based on how the pattern of the two coloured circles comes about. 2, we have to get used to also the positioning of the coloured circles. We know from heroic you don't overlap them, because otherwise what comes through slow on the blue gets clipped by the pink and then ends up speeding up, and people go a way that they think is safe and then they get screwed over by being in two bubbles at the same time. So you want a gap between the two. There's a whole series of things to figure out. Some of them are heroic mechanics, and they're also just slightly changed by the fact that on heroic you can get clipped once by any circle and it doesn't kill you. On this you can't get clipped once. You get clipped once, you're dead instantly. So there's no forgiveness in the fact that you might just take a little bit, one tick. On heroic it's easy to take a tick and survive. On this you can't.
Gateway.
One thing for the rings which helped a lot with the flex group, and it's the same mechanic here, you'll often see a gap appear first, and that's generally not the best one to go for. You're better off being a bit more patient and waiting. There'll be another gap that appears, and generally that's a safer one. The
Yeah,
first gap is normally the not
Yeah, okay.
It screws you over in the long term.
Yeah, I understand. But this is mythic, not flex normal or flex heroic or whatever. So it's a 100 white boss. There's going to be mistakes on this, and people have to get used to the fact that the mechanics are more unforgiving. The first people have to get used to the fight of the tanks. So a little bit of patience. They're got to get their taunting sorted out. They've got to get their movements sorted out. They've got to get it so they're not taunting through rings and shit like that, which is going on at the moment. So Akia and Rag have got to get their things sorted out. And once they stop making mistakes, then the rest of us can actually start doing the fight properly. So give them a chance to do it. The rest of us, we can just hide behind the blue bubble and hope for the best.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here. Let's go.
Bloodlust.
Big ad. Big ad.
Tears deliverance. Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Interrupt.
Countered.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Watch your
Watch the overlap. Watch the comeback.
Big ad.
Don't tank where the bloody thing's coming.
Range beyond the overlap.
Essence of Gamir.
Watch your step.
Devotion aura.
Taunt boss.
Countered. Gift of the Queen. Gift of the
Taunt
Queen.
boss. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch your
Crash over you.
taunt
Countered.
boss. Taunt boss. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch your
Countered.
All rings, just try and survive. Come on, let's prove we can do it.
Taunt boss. Taunt boss.
Now get to the other end.
Taunt boss.
We need to get better interrupt than that adds.
Taunt boss.
Countered.
Watch your step.
Gift of the Queen.
Get outside.
Taunt boss. 4,
Tranquility.
taunt boss.
8 stack.
Interrupt. 1.
Just as
I still had spikes.
Yeah, but there's
Watch
something
your
not going right on the tanking.
big
Sorry,
ad.
but it isn't.
Taunt boss.
You managed to tank the boss Akia right on where the circles were coming back on that
4,
previous try, which
3,
is I just can't believe you did that.
1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of time crash over you.
Have a look at where the circles are going and move the boss. Don't just stand there.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Anyway, let's wipe it and go
Watch
again.
your
Of time crash over you.
You need to pay more attention. This
Watch
is
your
very much a tanking responsibility fight.
An inevitable. I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Oh, all the
Well,
elephants.
that looked better, I think.
It was a better try, but we've got to sort out the
Now, the
issues.
thing I see when we're waiting for the rings to come and we start dodging and we're splitting. Once one half of the rail going left, another going right. Can you like set a site or make a tongue, call a site which they're moving so we can avoid this movement?
I'd feel better if we all just stayed alive by ourselves rather than somebody call it. 'Cause if somebody calls it and it goes wrong, I know full well people will just hammer you for it.
That makes sense. Just losing deeps while running to the different side when boss is getting.
Yeah. But you'll
The
lose a
boss
lot more if you
teleports
die.
away and then she runs back. You can see her.
We're always gonna move in her position where she doesn't have to be inside the ring. Or at least try to. You just have to try and follow the boss and trust us. I'm not gonna call side because then I'll just end up fucking it up and then people blame me because they die.
No, it's not the issue. Like, for example, you go right, I go left. Right, I see where the boss is coming, obviously, but I'm cut off by some returning rings, and I have to wait.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to remove that because normally she will, if it's positioned badly, we cut off the melee, but you just have to follow her. And go straight through to the other side, but obviously not dying, but...
There's 1,000,001 excuses for this boss. Just need to try and narrow them down.
I mean, we get some marks on tanks.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's really good at making annoying bosses, right?
It was annoying on heroic.
It's even worse with more rain.
It's just that, you know, you can get away with saying, oh, well, problems, deal with it to people on heroic, but you can't on mythic. You make a mistake and everybody's dead.
You've potentially got to dodge these rings 15 times in the fight.
That's refreshing.
That's why
the information.
That's why I said positioning is so important. People need to get the movement right, and the boss needs to be in the right spot. Otherwise, we're all going to wipe 15 times the fight. Anyway, let's just keep going. That was a better try. Hopefully, each try will get better.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
Hey! Oh! Let's go! Bloodlust.
Big Ad. Big Ad. Taunt boss.
Tears Deliverance. Essence of Gamir. Counter. Gift of the Queen.
Interrupt.
Counter. Shield Pudding.
Taunt boss. 4, in 3,
Counter.
2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
Taunt boss.
Speed buff and watch the stuff coming out from blue. Get bum up.
Big Ad. Taunt boss.
I do prefer.
Counter.
Get outside.
Counter. Devotion.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Counter.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the
4,
Queen.
3, 2,
Gift of the Queen.
1.
Let the
Watch orb.
waves of time
Blue.
Earthen Shield
crash over
Pudding.
you.
Countered.
Taunt boss.
Watch the stuff coming through blue.
4,
No,
3,
taunt.
2, taunt
1.
boss.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of
Counter.
time
Blue.
crash over you.
Big Ad.
Right, we've got a new ring up.
boss.
Go to that if you want.
Right.
Tranquility.
Get
We
outside.
need tranquility now, I think.
An inevitable
Counter.
outcome.
Watch your step. 4, 3,
Finish off pink,
2,
then stand in front of blue.
1.
Essence of Gift of the
Let the
Queen.
Watch orb.
waves of time crash over
Gift of the
you.
Queen.
See
Big
if you
Ad.
can
Push
survive
boss.
this. Come on.
Ignore other ad, push boss.
Healing Tide.
Watch the stuff coming through blue.
Earthen Shield
4,
Pudding.
3, 2, 1.
Let
Watch
the
your-
waves of time crash over you.
Would just be buffs.
4,
Get
3,
to the outside ring.
2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time
No.
crash over you.
Blue again.
Watch your step.
As you see there, after the fourth set of rings, the
Just
rings
as I
come in
foretold.
a lot faster. So, with
Yeah,
everybody
push it
alive, it'll die after the fourth set of rings or during, with everybody alive at that point.
I take no joy in this victory.
We're getting the hang of
was
it.
inevitable.
Yeah, slowly.
When it's called to move out, it'll either just be move out or bait singularity or anything with singularity in it. Just run as close to the wall as you can, as long as you're a ranged or a healer. If you want to get fancy, you can place it next to the old singularity, but
Positioning was cleaner as well. Alright, let's hope it's a linear progression.
I'm pissed off that she's away so much. The DPS is shit. Melee.
I know it's a horrible fight for melee, but it'll improve when we get more of a handle on positioning and more of a handle on where we need to move to. I mean, at the moment, getting 2 warriors not reaching the top of the DPS charts with Daft Assault at the start means that something's wrong. Beaten by a hunter, for Christ's sakes, and all things.
The ad spawned on the other side of the room.
Yeah, but it's because the boss moves, so you're lucky if you get half of your draft of souls actually in range of the boss. It's just a shitty trinket. Will be handy.
Feast.
When I get there.
Oh, right.
Unless Boss Sam has one. But I've got one. Too late, boss. I thought you're still paying off everybody's everybody's augment rooms, so yes, that was. You're very quiet, boss. Is your microphone not working?
Is this a problem if I'm quiet?
No, just making sure that you're not talking. We're not hearing you. That's all.
preferable, in fact.
Oh, you know that. He's a nice guy. Boss is a nice guy. Right.
Five, four,
Alright,
three,
boss.
2,
Flasks,
1.
guys.
Your timelines end here.
Oh, let's go.
Bloodlust.
Big ad. Big ad. Taunt boss.
Tears deliverance. Gift of the Queen.
Get it away from me.
Taunt boss. 3, interrupt.
Counter.
1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Earthen Shield Totem.
Oh, that pink bubble there.
That's horrible.
An inevitable
It's why it needs to be in front of it.
Well, let's try with the in front strategy.
It
Then.
just chucks
Just
it
wipe
through at
it.
you.
Let's wipe it and
You
try
gotta
with
combat
the
res
front.
on the other. Suppose that you.
Watch your
control the
step.
battlefield, not you.
I've got a combat res.
Okay, just hurry up and die.
That noise it makes when you stand in a spanning singularity.
An
4,
inevitable outcome.
3, 2, 1.
Let
From the
the
Watch
recoil.
waves of time. I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
When do you guys release?
I don't know.
I thought you were all releasing.
No, There was a combat
Res
res
half the
out.
raid.
I was shouting, don't res a healer.
Or do res a healer. 2 feats still up.
For example, blue and red will be killed like that. The blue and red marks I've just put up.
You mean the ads?
Yes! They spawn blue and red things.
I know, but the blue ad doesn't spawn there.
No, the
Gateway.
I know.
It's
But
an example of how it should be tanked.
I mean, do you want it millimeter? Because I fucking will. I swear to God.
What we need to do? What we need to do? The blue ad is still, so he's not going to move. So the blue ad is.
Die like that.
He will die where he is, yeah, and the pink needs to be dragged exactly where the red is in front of him. So this is a strat that apparently other people do, and it works. So I remain to be convinced, but we're going to try and see if it doesn't just cancel it out. The idea is that we stand in pink, and then everything else pisses off past us. Then we. Well, there's no point putting markers up. There's no point putting markers up.
Are you fucking joking?
That's where he spawns.
There's no point putting markers up. You just have to position pink wherever the blue spawns in front of it.
I know. I got it.
The important thing is, because we're focusing pink, is that we don't kill pink before he gets into his death spot. Just waiting for knock. Guys, your flasks are running out. Vulcan, Primo, Evlon, and me.
There's a guild chest next to the door.
Use a personal flask. We're not putting the cooldown down until an hour's time has passed.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your timelines end here.
Oh, let's go.
Bloodlust.
Big ad. Big ad.
That's fine.
Gift of the Queen. Deliverance.
Taunt boss.
Counter. Gift of the Queen.
First.
Interrupt.
Counter. Counter.
Taunt boss. 4, interrupt. 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
Stand behind Blue. Watch us all die horribly now. It's horrible. I mean, I just don't see how that's supposed to work.
Just follow the tank, actually.
But outside.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Gift of the Queen. Gift of the Queen.
4, 3, 2,
Essence
1.
of Ganir.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
See, that's so much tidier without the pink behind it. I just don't
4,
understand what.
3, 2,
Just as I
1.
foretold. Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Big ad.
Get to the blue ad.
Vampiric Embrace.
Just
Got
as
no
I
tank.
foretold.
Countered.
The wipe isn't really
Watch your
due
step.
to the pink bubble there. It was due to people running to the left side rather than the right side.
You res somebody
4,
before
3,
everybody dies.
2.
I'll give it
1.
another go, but I
Let the
absolutely
Watch your-
waves
do
of
not
time
see the
crash
utility
over you.
of a pink bubble that
Big
lasts
ad.
for
No
one
joy
set
in
of
this
rings.
victory.
and speeds up the stuff that comes through the blue afterwards. I really don't see how it helps personally, but maybe I'm missing something.
Scabb,
Makes it more easier to get a buff.
Yeah, a trick is if you're standing behind the blue and the boss is slightly to the left when you're looking at her, run to the right hand side when you're dodging.
That's what I did, and it killed me.
Okay.
I went right and I died. I'm on the right of the bubble. I just got clipped by something coming through the slow one coming through the blue bubble. But
I was actually gonna say it's easier to dodge to the left because there's more gaps between the bouncing back orbs than on the right.
No, there'll be less gaps on the left hand side.
There
if
is
the boss is on the left.
There is zero. As I said, if it was for all three, I could understand it. But for the first one and the second one, where the pink bubble wasn't there at all anymore because it despawned, it was far easier to dodge than the first one. But we'll give it another go. Why not? I mean, 3 people died to it, but 3 people have died to other things before. Yes, it will also speed up the stuff that's coming from behind you as well, if it's still there when they come.
Yeah, that's the thing. You move out the way faster so that the orbs that are coming from behind get the speed up buff when you're out the way, and they just zoom across the room. Gives you a lot more room for the second set of orbs, well, the ones that are coming back towards you.
Yeah, I just don't see the point of it, I'll be honest. But we'll give it a go. I'm always happy to give things a couple of tries before I tell them to go to hell.
The other way is by killing them, say, that far apart, if not further apart, just so that you don't get any overlap and there is a clear distinction between the two.
We've never had that. On Heroic, it's always been there has to be at least 5 or 10 yards between them. They can't overlap. So, but that's the same side by side. I'm not sure that front to back you're going to get more of an overlap than that unless he spawns it actually in the middle. I suppose you could drag the boss, drag the pink ad to the out in a ring and kill it so that you get a big gap, but you're always going to get them almost touching because there's not a lot of space there. Anyway, as I said, the main issue is if it's a lasting advantage, fine. It's an advantage just because you don't have to step to the side to pick up your speed buff and then it disappears after one go. I don't really see the point of it, frankly. It puts a lot of extra onus on the tanks. But yes, let's try and put it closer to the centre pillar. Here it was me thinking that all this discussion of it, that it was something that was going to completely change our tries, and it isn't.
It's just changing the 3 people that are dying.
No, yeah, exactly. Actually, we had nobody die on the previous one.
3, 2,
I died on the first one.
misdirection.
Yeah, but you always die.
Yep.
Your timelines end here.
Oh, let's go.
Big Ad.
Bloodlust.
Big Ad.
Blood mirror.
Taunt Boss.
Earthen shield totem.
Taunt
Gift of
Boss.
the Queen.
Interrupt.
Gift of the Queen. Counter.
Interrupt. 4. Interrupt. 3, 2,
Good.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen now. Go right. Ooh, stuff coming back. Ooh, stuff
Taunt
replay.
Boss. Big Ad.
That's just me.
Devotion aura.
Get out.
Get
Taunt
Primo
Boss.
up.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Gift of
Taunt
the
Boss.
Queen. Essence of Gamir. Gift of
4,
the Queen.
3,
Counter.
2, 1.
Let the
Watch orb.
waves of time crash over you.
Countered.
Blue shit.
Earthen shield totem.
Taunt Boss.
Watch the stuff come
Counter.
through.
4, 3. Taunt Boss. 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
Big Ad. Taunt Boss.
Tranquility. Counter.
Taunt Boss.
Move outside.
Interrupt.
Countered. Iron
Watch your
Wand.
step.
Not you.
Keep it still.
Taunt Boss. 4, 3, 2, Taunt boss. Interrupt.
Gift of the Queen.
Watch orb.
Gift of the Queen.
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Oops.
Outcome.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time
I don't see any
rush over
significant
you.
difference between these two.
Nah, it's not worth it. Go back to positioning it. Just I don't care where it goes, as long as it doesn't overlap with blue. It can go to the left or the right. It's the same thing to me. Making it inside makes absolutely zero difference to anything.
My only request is make it go a bit further away than you did on the first 3 or 4 tries.
Yeah. If you go to the left or the right, try and put 10 yards gap between it, so there is a real gap you could actually walk through. So that if anything comes through the pink, it's not going to clip the blue and vice versa. That's all. Like we used to do it. Like we used to do on heroic. We always did the same thing. It's just take it, drag it that little bit further, and it works fine. Yeah, you were saying about the damage. As we're getting more used to it, the damage is there for us to push it. We just need to get used to staying alive. So let's, for the next few tries, concentrate everybody on not killing yourselves. Don't worry so much about damage. Just watch the pattern, work out what works for you, and how you're best to avoid it. Left, right, whatever. Just stay alive. And then once we're all got on the idea that we stay alive 8 out of 10 times, then we can try and push the damage envelope, because the damage is there.
Gateway.
Scan out for repair. Mount.
I have many lucky doos. You like? Farewell, friend of the Grummel.
Grummel in the doorway. Quick. Okay, let's have a try with runes, guys, to see how it pushes the DPS a little bit more. Everybody rune up. Of course, this will get even easier next week when we can use Vantus on her.
To the wall.
Back to the wall, guys.
5, 4, 3,
Rune up, guys,
2,
come on.
1.
Your timelines end
On
here.
me, nice.
Misdirection. Bloodlust.
Big ad.
Let's go!
Big ad.
Tears delivered.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Shield
Gift of the Queen. Counter.
Taunt boss.
Counter.
4, 3, 2, 1. Taunt boss. Watch orb.
Hello?
Rush over you.
Watch the stuff coming through.
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Interrupt that ad.
It is.
Counter.
Watch your step.
Trophy, not you.
Counter. Devotion oil. Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss. 2.
Gift of the Queen.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time
Urban shield
crash
pudding.
over you.
Taunt boss. Taunt boss.
4. What's stuff coming?
3, 2,
Move,
1.
boss.
Countered.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
This is the last set before we move.
Taunt boss. Taunt boss.
Ah, fuck.
Just as
Okay, so move on to the
boss.
blue one now. Kill red. Move to the outside of the
Taunt
ring.
boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Shit!
Countered.
Charge was back.
Gift of the Queen.
Okay, let's just wipe it for now. That was much better.
4, 3,
Much
2,
better.
inevitable
1.
outcome.
Countered.
Same again now, but let's just
Watch
try and
your-
focus on staying alive for the next 2 rings, the last rings. How are you doing on damage there? Probably.
Ideally, if everyone's alive when we move to the blue one, what we do is we kill the red ad immediately,
3,
get the haste buff, and
2,
just push the boss
1.
to 10%
Watch
before we
your-
get the fifth set of ring. That's the idea.
Don't release.
We should be on
4,
track for that if everyone's
3,
alive.
2,
Don't release.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
I take no joy in this victory.
But
So
do
we don't
die.
need to
But it was
position the pink
inevitable.
somewhere away.
Do you mean on the final, on that
Final push.
final push? Do we? I suppose the normal way, like 10 meters away from the other one, should work. I don't know if we need to position it anywhere else. Does that help? Not?
Sorry, what was that? I was I was a mile away.
I think Okio is asking if it helps to position the
Gateway.
pink somewhere specific on the second pink ad as we push, or whether we just want to do it near the blue as we normally do.
Just near the blue one as normal. I mean, that's where putting it in front of the blue one would be really handy for DPSs, but at the same time, it's
Stop.
causing a bit too many problems.
Has anybody got a flogging the dead horse meme to put on Discord for me? Thank you.
If the dead horse, you have to stand.
And to
Just
answer your earlier question,
let's
Scabb,
not complicate it. Stick it next to it.
we were about 20% off from when we should have phased. That
Yeah.
being said,
Yeah,
we
but
had
I
about
did-
6, 7 dead by then.
We had 6 or 7 dead, but they only died on the last set of rings that we had to deal with. For the first 3 set of rings, we lost nobody. And I had said focus on staying alive, and that's what I want. I just want people to focus on staying alive. We've got the first 3 rings alive. Let's get the 4th one alive, and then if we're behind the damage curve, so be it. But we will get better on damage. We will not get better on staying alive if we just try and push it.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
current DPS, we're aiming to avoid the 5th one. We're aiming to do 3 of them, move to the blue ad, kill the blue ad, stand in front of it, get the 4th set of ring, and then phase it. The aim is to not get the 5th set of rings with our current DPS, which should be fine.
Like I said, 100 wipes, that was what, I don't know, I haven't even checked. That was the 11th pull, so not a way to go yet.
To the wall. Right up. Oh, you can't go
There's
right up
invisible wall
against it. Go here then. On cross.
Ooh. I'll go and bait it to the side.
No.
I did it last time. Bait it to the
5,
side. Here, you
4,
do it here.
3,
Just here.
2,
Misdirection.
Your timelines end here.
Bloodlust.
Big ad.
Yes.
Big ad.
Urban shield pudding. Countered.
Taunt boss.
Easy on the blue ad.
Tears delivered. Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Interrupt.
Countered.
4. Taunt boss. 2, 1.
Good.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Oh, don't like that pattern.
Taunt boss. Big ad.
Accident first.
Countered.
Get outside.
Countered.
Watch your step.
Gift of the Queen. Gift of the Queen. Earthen Shield Totem. Essence of Gamir.
4, 3, 2,
Innervate.
1.
Let the
Watch your
waves
taunt
of
boss.
time
Move.
crash over you.
Countered.
Taunt boss. 4,
Devotion
3, 2.
Watch the stuff, move, boss.
Embrace.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Good.
Watch for recursion off that ad.
Taunt boss.
Move to that ad when safe.
Countered.
And kill it.
Taunt boss. Interrupt.
Gift of the Queen.
Add melee stuff.
Gift of the Queen.
Yeah, Kira. Okay.
Counter.
Watch your step.
See it just now?
Taunt boss.
Healing time.
4, 3,
Finish that right up.
Counter.
1. Taunt boss.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of
You have no
time
rest.
crash over
Someone
you.
rest
Alright.
Ellie.
Earthen
Big
Shield
ad.
Totem.
Never res Ellie.
Well, add melee stuff.
And I was running to pick it up and.
So you want to face the boss?
Taunt boss.
Get her out of there. Move it, move. It's horrible.
Taunt boss.
Counter.
3, 2, 1.
Let the
They were
waves
10%
of
off.
time crash over you.
Okay, let's stand in shit and die.
4, 3,
Trying not
2,
so
Tranquility.
1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Watch your step.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of RNG involved with the
You
bubble
were
positioning as
destined
well,
to die.
because at the end of the day, even though you can, plan the distances between them, you can't
I
decide
took
whether
no joy in this victory.
two sets of bubbles, two sets of moving circles are going to get the speed or slow debuff, all three, and it can make a big difference as to what happens afterwards, which is the best way to move, where the boss is going to be best stood afterwards. So it's going to take a little while, but it's getting better.
One thing that we're having a problem with on the tanking side that's causing Oki to die. The blue ad, his recursion casts actually slow down the tanking debuff. Every cast he gets off means that the ablation that we have gets longer and longer. So we can't realistically taunt at the amount of stacks that is necessary, because person tanking will get too many and die, as Oki is having right now. So could we have a bit more interrupts on the blue ad?
On the blue, it's recursion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Just when it spawns, put it on focus or something so you can see whatever it casts. Always leave blast, only interrupt recursion. I recommend just doing like a focus on it, then a focus counterspell macro or something.
Yeah. Just interrupt every recursion that you can. It's okay if one gets through, but we can't have more than one. We can't have two in a row go through, because then it just gets longer and longer every cast.
Eat up, not exactly.
Gateway.
Still not eating knock.
5,
That was only 11
4,
seconds left.
3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
Hey, oh, let's go.
Big Ad.
Bloodlust.
Big
Light
Ad.
mirror.
Taunt
Protection.
boss.
Gift of the
Taunt
Queen.
boss.
Essence of Gamir. Tears delivered. Gift of the Queen. Countered.
Interrupt.
Countered.
4, 3, 2, 1. Taunt boss. Watch
Waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
Bollocks.
Big Ad.
Devotion aura.
Don't get outside.
Countered.
Watch your
Control the
step.
battlefield, not you.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Supposed to run those out, aren't you?
Vampiric
Whoever
embrace.
did
Gift
that
of the
is
Queen.
okay.
4, 3,
Gift of the
2,
Queen.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash
Countered.
over you.
Earthen shield totem.
I asked for a rest about an hour ago.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get Ellie up
The
Watch
instead.
orb.
waves of time crash over you.
Big Ad.
Countered.
You head to the other end.
Tranquility.
I get lost.
You were destined to die.
Learn to play.
It's just some people.
Watch
have-
us.
Everyone else has died to him as well.
Some people have difficulty with certain types of mechanics.
4,
Just
3,
getting used to it.
2.
Don't know what the
1.
problem is. It
An
does barely any
inevitable
damage.
outcome.
Really?
I would take I could
To
stun.
you,
Watch
maybe.
orb.
Yeah.
Big Ad.
To me, it tickles like a nuclear bomb up the arse.
Don't release.
I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Is that something you've experienced before, Scabb?
Yes, and I'm here to talk to you about it today.
Gateway.
That's the interrupts for recursion.
Right, guys, just remember, need some ranged people on the blue ad, adding in the interrupts. The rest of us on the pink, let's try and kill them in order. I died that time because I made a mistake of actually deciding that blue ad could do with some of my single target love, but caught me out with going to get the pink buff afterwards. Killed me. So let's just try and do it in order and not be smart asses. That does mean that range will have to do the interrupts on the blue, so there won't be any melee on them.
I've just put Cephas on so you know damn well I'll be interrupting.
Yeah, there's
No.
always, yeah, Cephas, there's always Cephas. I can use Cephas. No, I don't have Cephas. So
If-
what the fuck am I talking about?
If you manage to get an interrupt off every minute, it's best to
does.
slot no matter what.
Yeah. But I suppose it depends on the haste, but for some classes, haste is.
I said melee can also get interrupts off the purple ad, so is really good for them as well.
To the wall.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your timelines end here.
Misdirection.
Big ad. Big ad.
Earthen shield totems.
Taunt
Tears
boss.
deliverance.
Gift of the Queen boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Interrupt.
Counter.
Taunt boss. 3, 2, interrupt. 1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Layer in hand.
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Stay away. Stay alive, people. Stay alive, man.
Devotion aura.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Taunt boss.
Counter.
Taunt boss. 4,
Earthen
3,
counter.
2,
It's a shitty placement.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Countered. Gift of the Queen. Gift of the Queen.
4,
Whoa!
3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of
boss.
time
Look.
crash
Strike
over
now.
you.
Do you need a rally?
Taunt boss.
Not yet.
Countered.
Okay, over to the other one.
I might call that train too.
Countered.
Taunt boss.
Get out.
Interrupt.
Right now, bro.
Taunt watch your step.
Commanding shout.
Not you.
Innervate.
4, 3,
Kill it.
2,
Tears
1.
deliverance.
Taunt boss.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of
Healing
time
tide.
crash over you.
Loot.
Big ad.
Any rally?
Taunt
Yes.
boss.
Earthen shield
Counter.
totem.
3, 2, 1.
Let
Taunt
the
watch
waves
your-
of time
Loot.
crash over
Countered. Gift of the Queen.
Taunt 4, boss. 3,
Gift of the Queen.
2, 1.
you. Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
No, we're really far behind.
Watch your step.
I think
Taunt
you should
boss.
Just as I foretold.
by now.
Okay, stand
Taunt
some shit and die.
The ring before
Yeah,
then.
we can't have.
Well, we can't have a double ring there. Should be. We should be. He should be
4,
dead by then.
3, 2, 1.
Just
Have
as
the
I
pylon down.
foretold.
Watch your
The dildo.
4,
I
3,
take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
I take even less joy in the defeat, bitch. Anyway, can we just observation? Can we all try and make sure that we're using as much as possible single target talents? May sound trite, but I said it yesterday and things got a lot better. So can we just make sure that we're looking at this as a single target switching fight? There is a certain amount of cleave involved, but really not enough for you to forego single targets. So make sure that you've got as much damage as you can on the boss. How far were we away? Quite a long way, wasn't it?
About 15%.
Doesn't he do it at 10%?
Yeah, but we were 15% away from the 10%, is what I mean. We were on like 25.
Knock, did you see my whisper?
Yeah. Yeah, we probably should, if we get the chance, use the second pot on this phase as well. So when it comes up, just use your second pot straight away.
the wall.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your timelines end here.
Misdirection. Bloodlust.
Big Ad.
Let's go!
Big Ad.
Blood mirror. Earthen shield.
Taunt Boss.
Whoops.
Essence of gift of the queen. Counter. Gift of the queen. Vampire embrace.
Interrupt. Taunt
Counter.
Boss. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Tanks.
Big Ad. Taunt Boss.
Get outside.
Devotion aura.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Taunt Boss.
Gift of the queen. Earthen shield. Gift of the queen.
4, 3,
Counter.
2, 1. Taunt
Let
Boss.
the
Watch your
waves of time crash over you.
Countered.
Taunt Boss. 4,
Commanding shout.
3,
Fuck, I misclicked
2,
my rally, I'm sorry.
1.
Counter.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Knocked
Big
up.
Ad. Taunt Boss.
Shit.
Counter. Essence of Gamir.
You were destined to die.
Tranquility.
Trank now, I think.
You want to be over killing the other red now, remember? And to
Counter.
get outside for
Counter.
singularity.
Watch your
Gift of the
step.
queen.
Field, not you.
Gift of the queen.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Counter.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Big Ad.
Earthen shield totem.
You were destined to
Fuck on that
die.
one.
Countered.
4, 3,
There's a healer or something.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time
What's the time
crash
for
over
train?
you.
You should be switching
4,
from now on.
3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Watch your step.
I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Once the second pink ad spawns, we're gonna move to the blue one that we're leaving there, and then everyone kill that as fast as possible. Then kill the pink one.
How long do we have until we should be transitioning after the second thing?
Should be basically dead while we died now, I think.
Yes. What I'm thinking is, while we have the first blue ad down, when the second blue ad spawns, if all the range nuke it down after the second set of rings, just so after the third set, when we move over to it, we can nuke down the red ad for the haste buff and finish the boss off faster. Because we're spending so much time killing that blue ad and then killing the red ad, we're actually ignoring the boss for a set and a half of rings.
We're having break now.
Yeah, we will.
Look at the recursion debuff if you're not AFK that I linked. It does fuck all to interrupt it in phase 1, actually.
I have many, many wares. May your feet find good trails.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Heat up.
Right, so just looking at the dungeon journal again, you need to interrupt blast every now and again, like every 5 blasts. Don't know whether the recursion fucks the tank up that badly or not.
20 minutes left on flasks, so flasks you should be alright, shouldn't you?
Should be alright for at least another try.
Yeah. Well, I've got 20 minutes on mine and I refreshed at 10 minutes left on the first one. Yeah, we're all okay on flasks. Nobody down on top. If you do it early, then we won't have enough to last the whole fight. Great.
We'll be right back. I'm just having technical problems. And now a commercial.
try turning it on and off again. Move it to a USB 3 port.
There's not too many ads on this fight. Can you tap target?
I think she needs to turn too at some point.
Well, you can turn with A and D and then walk forward. It's not very quick, but
A and D. What's A and D?
A and D, the
Okay.
keys. It is the noobish way of turning.
You can use the arrows.
That too.
Okay, good.
That would be like Blizzard's idea for a next mythic encounter. Your mouse stops working.
Oh yeah, full invert.
Hit to the wall.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just one change, so you can all see I have the big, nice nipple right now. Make sure we're gonna move together as one group for the rings, so just be on me. Always follow the nipple. Nice big orange nipple.
You do understand that means if you make a mistake, you're going to kill everybody.
Yep.
You're taking full responsibility.
If it makes a mistake, it's on me. With great nipples comes great responsibility.
5,
I'm into that.
4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
Your timelines end here.
Bloodlust.
Big ad.
Let's go!
I am a storm. Big ad.
Brilliant.
Countered. Tears deliverance.
Taunt boss.
Countered.
Interrupt.
Countered. Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss. 4,
Gift of the Queen.
3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of
interrupt.
time crash over you.
Fuck.
Lay on hands.
Taunt boss. Big ad.
Innervate.
No.
Counter.
Taunt boss. Watch your step.
Not you.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shield
Let the
Watch your
waves of time crash
Countered.
over you.
Gift of
Taunt
the
boss.
Queen. Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, 2,
Outcome.
1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of time crash over you.
big ad.
Can I get a heal?
Tranquility.
Heal. Yeah, rest.
You
It's a
were
bit late.
destined
I
to
died
die.
because no one healed me.
Well, Ellie died as well, so.
Watch your step.
I take no
4.
joy
Yeah,
in this
I died from
victory,
blaster.
but it was inevitable.
Release. So.
Gateway.
Last seat, please.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your timelines end here.
Misdirection. Bloodlust.
Big Ad.
Let's go!
Big Ad. Taunt boss.
Counter.
Taunt boss.
Tears delivered.
Gift of the
Counter.
Queen.
Counter.
Earthen shield
Gift of the
totem.
Queen.
4,
Taunt
3,
boss.
2,
Counter.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Move to the left.
Taunt boss. Big Ad.
Essence of
Move
Counter.
out.
Devotion aura.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Go light up.
Gift of the Queen.
4,
Berserk Embrace.
Gift of the
3,
Queen.
2, Taunt 1. boss.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash over you.
Taunt
Move
boss.
to the right.
So
Yeah,
everybody has
Taunt
left.
boss.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let
Taunt
the
boss. Watch your
waves of time crash over you.
Earthen shield
Move to the
totem.
left this time.
Taunt boss.
Lay on hands.
Why are you
Taunt
moving
boss.
like this?
Take out the ad.
Taunt
How's the
boss.
third set of ring?
Tranquility. Countered.
Watch your step. Interrupt.
Tears deliverance.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, 2, Taunt
1. Human
boss.
tide.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Moving right.
Big Ad.
We have in.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the waves
Watch your-
of time crash over you.
Moving
Gift
right.
of the Queen.
4, 3,
Gift of the
2,
Queen.
1. Taunt
Let
boss.
the
Watch
waves
your
of time
Yeah, we
crash
can't
over
get the 5th and 6th rings like that. That'll kill us.
Watch your
That's
step.
the soft enrage for phase 1 then,
Taunt boss.
because there'll be nowhere to stand.
You were
Taunt boss.
destined to die.
Essence
Well,
of
to be
Queen.
honest, more people died before then to that particular ability.
Taunt boss. 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
4, 3, boss. 2,
You were
1.
destined. Let the
Watch
waves of
yours.
time crash over you.
4,
I'm gonna push her.
3, 2,
You're 10 seconds to
One.
enrage anyway.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Come on, bitch. He's just chaining with stuff.
4, 3,
I take no joy. in
Yeah,
this
change
victory.
them after the 5th,
But it
so you
was
ideally don't want to get the 5th at all.
Holy crap. I released? No. How it worked.
Are we releasing it?
Are you facing your camera, by the way, towards the outside wall? Because whenever you said moving left, to me you were moving right.
Yeah, I was doing the same. And I caught on at the end what he was doing. I thought it was the American way.
I'm facing the outer wall too, so.
Because I face in. So.
I face the boss so I can see the rings coming towards me.
Yeah, but you're ranged.
Just,
Well, we
you're
all.
facing the boss as well.
I know, but it depends. You can face the front of the boss. We have to face his ass. But yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. I understood left and right.
Right, I'm going to pop a cauldron down then.
Said it might also help. I mean, it's a great idea for melee to have a marker, and so that they don't get out of range of the boss. For range, normally it's good if we sort of go to the side of the ad so we can interrupt it. Otherwise, if everyone runs off the other side, a lot of casts get through.
Gateway.
Yeah, it's like cauldron's still up somewhere.
Still flasks in the cauldron, by the way.
Not anymore.
The wall.
Guys, dodge the orbs on your own. I'm going to stop calling.
5,
Keep the nipple though, it suits you.
3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
I get it. Sometimes I get into combo trade.
Big
Sometimes
ad.
like reset the state.
Big ad.
Aren't we waiting?
Wasting pre-comp.
Just pre-pop
boss.
as soon as it gets to 1-0. You're not in combat until it gets MD.
Countered. Countered. Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss. 4, 3,
Countered.
2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
Taunt boss.
This is so fucked up.
Big ad.
Why?
Watch your
Control the
step.
battlefield, not you.
I thought we were lasting once the ad boss ad were in position.
An inevitable
No, we're lasting
outcome.
at start, aren't we?
I take
Four.
no
We said
joy
it
in
we
this
did
victory.
Not
right at the
We
start.
waste so much of it though.
I've got a rest.
Well, if you mean at start before we actually pull the boss out of position.
I'm thinking we should lust when we get the boss and the pink ad together. Just give it a shot. I mean, at this stage, why not?
Yeah, I can try.
Yeah, anything to get a little bit more raid DPS up would be good. The benefit, obviously, warriors with their Draft of Souls would benefit. I would benefit.
No,
with my cooldowns linking up.
We've already used our draft by then.
Can you hold off using it?
No.
10 seconds.
Midway.
No.
The procs will wear off.
Your procs will wear off. You have to use. In fact, moving the boss is massively detrimental to us on Draft of Souls. We have to use it within our third or fourth global cooldown. We're fucked because you go out of blood, you go out of battle cry, you go out of just. It's not the way warrior works. Warrior, we have to use it on our between our third and our fifth, depending on if you have full set global cooldown. That's the way the draft works. If you're asking us to hold off for 10 or 15 seconds, forget about it. Everything will have worn off. Anyway, we can try, we can treat this all to death. The problem is, at the moment, is as far as I can see it, and excuse me if I speak frankly, there is something missing in the way that we're interpreting the way we have to do this fight. There's collective failures, there's individual errors, there's problems, all the things you can imagine on a 100 try boss, but I don't know if there's another strat out there or some other way of doing this. But as far as I can see, speaking as raid leader, picking next week's team, I'm going to pick every single ranged I've got and bench every melee. Because I can't see how we can do this fight with this balance of melee. It's pointless. We have our downtime on the boss and on the ads is 50%. We're avoiding rings, we're stacking behind blue, we're moving to chase bosses, we're jumping to leap to chase pink ads, then blue ads, then bosses. It's not the way melee works. So we have two ways. We either try and find something that will possibly work and we will miss the P1 that you're trying to get us to beat and we'll have to deal with it, or I'm going to have to go for a ranged heavy setup and fuck the melee. Some of you can do it, but there are people, me for example, I'm useless on this fight, completely useless. I can't target swap. I'm not a class that's enabled to target swap. And there are others, the shamans are doing shit and the people are dying all the time. Don't want to be negative, but I can usually feel when a fight is going in a progressive direction, and I can feel when a fight is going nowhere. And at the moment we're not going anywhere. Sorry to be a bummer. It's all very well coming with you saying, oh, this is what you've got to do, this is the damage we've got to do, this is what other guilds are doing. I want to know their composition. If they have 5 Shadow Priests, 3 Warlocks, 6 Mages, then fuck off, because it doesn't apply to us. We don't have that competitive composition. We have a melee parity composition. We can't come into something on a Sunday with a strategy that is not going to work with a melee composition. Otherwise I may as well do something else.
Get to the wall. You've gone Beastmaster, have you?
Yeah, just trying it out.
It's not going to work like that then.
What? You mean the misdirect?
He's going to spawn it right there.
What, with the beast? Well, you can pull, but
Where
you
he
can do
is
it with,
now.
you can do it without your pet.
It's gonna be fine. Just go.
It will always spawn on the person closest.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
Spawn on me up.
Big Ad.
Let's go!
Big Ad.
Blood mirror.
Taunt
Tears
boss.
delivery.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Interrupt.
Countered. Essence of Gamir. Earthen Shield
4,
Pudding.
3, 2. Taunt boss. 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
out.
of time crash over you. An inevitable outcome.
Big Ad.
Countered.
Move out.
Devotion aura.
Watch your step.
Not you.
4, 3, 2,
Countered.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash
Gift of the
over
Queen. Gift of the Queen.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
Take it, Blue Ad,
time
and move to it.
crash over you.
Big Ad.
Countered.
Trankers now.
Tranquility.
You
Chat
were
room.
destined to die.
Leia in hand. Healing tide. Earthen shield totem.
Range
Watch your
without-
step.
Battlefield, not you.
4, 3, 2,
Countered.
1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Big
That in
Ad.
theory is our last set of rings.
Gift of the Queen.
Yeah, because they say you should like dodge this one by like
Gift of the
running to the
Queen.
edge of the platform. Because of watch the transition.
4, 3,
Basically,
2,
like massive amount
1.
of DPS.
Let the
from that.
Watch your-
20% boss damage
Crash over you.
is what we're missing there.
4,
Um,
3, 2,
I'm thinking
one.
ranged kill the
Watch your-
blue ad during the second or third set of rings, just so that
Watch your step.
we can all focus the
I
red
take
ad
no
down
choice
immediately when it
victory.
spawns to get the haste buff to then
But
face
it
the boss.
was inevitable.
Really obviously plays it.
Gateway.
And it's frustrating for melee, but we still have it melee consistently in top 10 DPS. So
Yeah, but not all of you. This is the point. I mean, it depends. If you're a class that fine that you can do damage anyway. This is apparently a 700k DPS requirement from everybody in the team. And try aside, I've got people who normally are way up the meters, like Cracks and Valgrash and you and Evlon. You're all below that, all well below. Sam is well below too. So the point for me is that if we have to find that level of damage from everybody, I can't afford to run a lot of melee on the fight. I'm going to bench myself immediately next week. I'm not coming because this isn't a fight that Arms can do. But I'm worried about the rest of it because it's if we have this level of movement and this level of avoidance of so many rings and not being in contact with the boss, then unless you're a class that can consistently do good damage and make up for the fact that you're not in contact, if you've got any RNG in class at all, then forget about it. You're useless on this fight.
I mean, is it worth just while we're on the trying mode, just to get an idea for maybe next week, is it worth doing one try where we bloodlust after the first set of rings when we all have the purple buff and just see what happens?
We all end up really far below the global cooldown, won't we then? Bloodlust would be wasted.
That's what most people do, though.
We can try delaying it, but seriously, that's not our problem. Our problem is uptime on the boss. The problem is boss uptime. We can try and stay alive, and that's a huge benefit. And if all the range stay alive, then that's wonderful. All the melee, the point is with all the target swapping, the movement, the dodging and the avoidance, the downtime for melee is high, and you throw into that classes that rely on RNG. Like for me, I have to have a Colossus Smash, and that's on a 30-second cooldown, or sometimes a refresh block, but it'll only refresh if I can actually hit something. There's just classes that are no use on this fight whatsoever if we have this amount of movement. So anyway, we'll see. We'll do that. We'll try that. But yeah, incoming ranged fight, I think. I asked Firefunky can come in, but he's too hungover because he only got to bed at 7. But next week, hopefully, we'll have We'll recruit a couple more ranged and see how we go. No, I didn't put food down. Either that or somebody comes up with a strategy that avoids all the bloody movement we're getting on this one. Which I don't think is going to happen, but there you go.
No, I think it's just a fight which is bad for melee. Whereas like Gul'dan is a fight that's very good for melee, bad for ranged. This fight's the opposite way around.
Yeah, we've got to get through this one if we're going to go to Gul'dan now.
If certain classes are bad at switching targets, we should focus on those classes focusing the boss only, and then see what we can do with range that can spec in more or less area. Because already we are doing most of the damage to the ads from the range classes, so there's no point a melee wasting half of his damage trying to switch if they know they can't.
That's a fair point. The problem with that is, who is that speaking? Sorry, just
Ayagi.
Ayagi, okay. I'm not quite used to your voice yet. No, you're right. The issue with that, I've tried to stay on the boss 100% because as arms, I'm only useful on one target at a time, and that's it. But the problem is with the boss porting, I can't do that, so I have to spend time avoiding circles.
Which everyone has to do.
Everybody, but
unless you're hunter, you're not doing any DPS on moving a part of your dots.
Yeah, but I'm not in contact with the boss at all at that point, and I'm not using anything to reduce my cooldowns. Anyway, we each of us have our own crosses to bear. But the point is, I'm trying to say is that we could try and split damage in the sense that we could try and get some people range to focus. Personally, I'd say range should focus on the boss and get the melee focus on the ads. But the problem is that we might not be able to always avoid. We still got the downtime while we're doing the running side of it. Anyway, let's see how it goes. But not looking great from where I'm sitting. 20% is a big, big, big void.
Alright, we should start using second pot. Sorry, Nook.
Yeah, definitely. Second pot's in phase 1, just to get it out there. Also, what I did type in chat is what we're going to try now. So the second set of rings, when they come in, all ranged, start nuking the blue ad and kill it. So that when we move over to that side, the red ad spawns, we can all just fucking nuke it immediately and all focus boss. Just to try it.
Well, see how it goes. Depends if the CDL box is off when you need it. But yeah, hopefully.
I think you have to use it the exact second it comes off cooldown though.
4, 3, 2,
misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
Let's go.
Big ad. Big ad. Interrupt.
Counter. Earthen shield totem. Tears deliverance.
Interrupt boss.
Countered.
Taunt boss. Interrupt.
Gift of the Queen. Gift of the Queen.
Interrupt. 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch orb.
waves of time crash over you.
Taunt boss.
Slay.
What the shit?
Big ad.
Fucking ring movement. Yeah.
Taunt boss.
Like mirror. Devotion aura.
Watch your step.
Countered.
Refresh buff.
Gift of the Queen. Gift of the Queen.
4, 3, taunt
Ranged
boss.
focus the ad now.
Let the
Watch orb.
waves of time crash over you.
Careful.
Move forward.
Taunt boss. 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash
Move after
over
this
you.
wave.
Big ad. Taunt
And
boss.
nuke the fast ad.
Taunt boss.
Move her.
Nuke that fast ad.
Taunt
We're
boss.
still
Gift
on
of the
the
Queen.
Interrupt.
You are a
Countered.
long way away
Watch your
from this
step.
ad.
Not you.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, interrupt. 2, taunt
Counter.
boss. Watch orb.
That's a horrible spot for a circle.
Big ad.
Fucked.
Actually, lower on DPS that time than all the others.
Yeah, because you're missing all the procs and stuff when you.
The bloodlust was also at the wrong time though. It needs to be when the boss comes back after it teleports. Because you bloodlusted and then none of the melee could hit
4,
her.
3, 2, 1. Watch orb.
But isn't that only gonna help with like dots damage
Watch
to
your
actually get the benefit from it?
Joy in this victory.
I've got a res.
It
I've got a
was
res.
inevitable.
And killing the blue ad during the second ring there works well because that bubble was up for as long as we needed it to. So that's something we can do in the downtime. Just all nuke that blue ad on the second set of rings, so that when the red set of rings, when the red ad spawns, we can nuke it next to the new bubble, not where it spawns.
I said once you get the first set of rings that go by, you have about 30 to 40 seconds where
Gateway.
not much is going on for melee. There's no rings. Range have to move out once for singularity and switch on the ad. But melee can be very stationary. So that is when in theory what some guides say to bloodlust.
Yeah, I'd bloodlust the moment we all get situated after the first set of rings, then try that out. The blue ad dying on the second blue ad dying is fine.
How is that gonna affect the cooldown? Just asking.
I think what they say normally is if you've got like a 1 minute cooldown, use it on pull, because the purple buff will make it come off cooldown faster. If you've got a big cooldown, like a 3 minute one, probably better to wait till the.
Yeah, because like Boomkins with the ring, like in the ring, we could use our cooldowns twice. Now, if we save them that long, we are only gonna get one use of it.
Can use it on pull. Still, you get a very fast cast up time if you combine the two. But I'm not saying this is the answer. It's just why we're trying stuff at 5:30. We'll at least give us some looks to look at for next week.
Who are we waiting for?
I don't know. We have really long breaks between pulls.
Because I have other things to do other than just concentrate on myself and talking to somebody. I'll be ready. Okay, let's stick as we are. I was just going to make a swap, but it doesn't appear it can be of any help.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Misdirection.
1.
Your timelines end here.
Seriously?
Big Ad.
Let's go!
Big Ad.
Countered.
Taunt
Earthen
Boss.
Shield Totem.
Interrupt.
Gift of the Queen. Essence of Queen. Gift of the Queen. Countered.
Taunt Interrupt. Boss.
Countered.
4, 3, 2, Taunt Boss.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash over you.
Taunt Boss.
Just as I foretold.
Big Ad.
Devotion Aura. Countered.
Move out.
Watch your step.
Not you.
We have lost that.
Yeah, so this is like, we should have had last.
Just wipe it. Just wipe it. It's pointless going, trying to do phase 1 before people.
2,
An
1.
inevitable let
You
the
won't
waves
learn
of
anything.
time crash over you.
This is where we kill the blue ad.
Stand in the rings.
4, 3, 2,
I take no
1.
joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
I take it that was returning rings that killed most people there.
Yeah. When the boss is what I call on the right, Sam would probably call it on the left, when you're sort of facing towards the middle of the room.
It's on the left because you're facing the boss.
Okay, so let's call it left then from a melee point of view. If you move to the left to dodge the incoming rings, the orbs on the left will not be very far apart from one another, and there may not be a gap. Ideally, we would have moved to the other side.
I just move one way to avoid one set and go, right, if I've moved that way to avoid that one, logic dictates I move the other way to avoid the ones coming back. Basically, like juking it.
Again, it depends where the boss is stood if you're melee.
Gateway.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Misdirection.
Boss, move.
Your timelines end here.
Oh! Let's go!
Big ad. Big ad.
Countered.
Taunt boss.
Tears deliverance.
Interrupt.
Gift of the queen.
Interrupt.
Counter. Gift of the
Taunt
queen.
boss. 4, 3,
Essence of commune.
2, taunt boss.
Let the
Counter.
Watch
waves
your
of time
Blue's
crash
still up.
over you.
It's going to be interesting.
taunt boss.
Amazing. How can we lack DPS on the ball?
Taunt boss.
Well,
Big ad.
surprisingly, most people
We
won't
haven't lost
love
it.
that.
We haven't lost it yet.
Bloodlust.
The lust is very, very late. Too late.
Taunt boss.
We're gonna, most of the lust ends up during ring
Watch your
phase.
step.
See no benefit to that.
Countered.
Well, yeah, either you lost on pull, and
You can't lust when we're in position with the ad, otherwise you're going to lust when we've got rings.
boss.
no, you
Gift of the
when the
queen.
first ring finishes. That's
Gift
the other
of the
way.
counter.
I'm not saying it's better.
No, it's
Taunt
not better
boss.
because we'll have none of the none of our procs up.
Taunt boss. 3, 2, 1.
We lose the pot as well.
Time crash over you.
Lust at start means lust at start. Doesn't work.
Big ad. Taunt boss. Interrupt.
Bollocks.
Just as I foretold.
Let's just go back to the way we were doing it before, please. This is not working.
Counter.
Watch your step.
We either lust at
4,
start, or we lust when the
3,
boss gets
2,
pulled out of his
1.
starting
Just
ring. We
as I
can't do it
foretold.
any later than that. It's too late otherwise.
Watch your big ad.
I've got a res.
I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Yes.
Gateway.
Get to the wall.
All on the wall.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your timelines end here.
Misdirection.
Let's go!
Big ad.
Bloodlust.
Big ad.
Bloodlust. Let mirror.
Taunt
Tears
boss.
deliverance. Gift of the queen. Essence of Gamir.
Too far
Gift
apart.
of the Queen. Countered. Countered.
Same distance.
Taunt boss. 4, 3,
Countered.
2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
Taunt boss. Big ad.
Countered. Devotion aura.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Get out.
Countered.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Range take
Watch
out.
Gift
Do
of the
it.
Queen.
Crash over you.
Gift of the Queen. Countered.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time
Earthen shield
crash
We
totem.
move over to the other bubble after this.
Big ad.
Nuke the red ad over there.
Tranquility.
Move to the room's edge.
Countered.
Watch your
Control the
step.
battlefield, not you.
4, 3, 2.
You were destined.
One.
That's what happens
Counter.
if you don't kill it. The ramping damage it does is
Watch orb.
unhittable.
Big ad.
Boss was on 18% until phase as well, so if we all nuked the ad the moment it spawned,
But it was
we would have all got the haste buff and we would have just about made it, I believe. So, proof that we can do it.
Yeah, the second it spawns, like it starts to move, like dragging them, and we have to move from DPS so we can nuke it like this.
Oh yeah, but the faster the ad gets moved to the location it's meant to be, the longer it stands still.
It's true, I guess.
Sorry, I missed it. How long did you say it would be after the red purple to the boss transitioning? Or the shift?
We were 18% behind there, but the red ad wasn't dead. In fact, we died because we didn't kill it. So if we killed it the moment it spawns, if we move it to the new orb and all of us switch and nuke it, we can all get the haste buff and phase it just about in time, judging by that damage.
Can you, what the timing would be? Is it like 10 seconds, 20 seconds?
I don't.
I'm just thinking if it would be worth waiting for that last red buff for the second pot, or use it earlier.
I'd use it the moment it comes up, because ideally the phase will last around 2 minutes anyway. Almost exactly on some.
the wall.
5, 4,
Don't move
3,
until she's
2,
spawned.
1.
Misdirection.
Your timelines end here.
Like that.
Big ad.
Let's go!
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Tears delivered.
Essence of
Ganir.
Ganir.
Gift of the Queen. Earth embrace. Gift of the
Interrupt.
Queen. Counter.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, Taunt boss. 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash
Still
over
slow. Fuck it. Okay. Whoa.
just as I foretold.
Whoa.
Taunt boss.
So use last now,
Big
giving
ad.
them an example.
Bloodlust. Earthen shield pudding.
Move out.
Taunt boss. Watch
You're
your
getting knocked
step.
up.
Not you.
Gift of the Queen.
Gift of the Queen. Counter.
Taunt 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of
Can you do it?
time
Counter.
crash over you.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash over you.
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Switch orb. Nuke that red eye.
Taunt boss.
Bring up singularity.
Hidden
Interrupt.
tide. Counter.
Taunt watch your step.
Earthen shield pudding.
4,
Gift of the
3,
Queen.
2, Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash over you.
Big ad.
Watch the things coming through the pack.
4, 3, Taunt boss. 1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of time crash over
Still
you.
10%.
Essence of Ganir.
But we had quite a few dead, including me.
4,
So yeah,
3,
possible
2,
with the DPS we have, as
1.
long as nobody
Taunt
dies
boss.
out.
Watch your
Waves of time crash over you.
Watch your step. Taunt boss.
An inevitable outcome.
Inner base.
Might as well. Sorry.
Blood mirror.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash over you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of time crash. I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Hammer is up.
Gateway.
You got a repair pot, please. So. Did we have a repair pot down or not? Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Attack twice.
Get to the wall.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Misdirection.
Your timelines end here.
Oh! Let's go!
Bloodlust.
Big ad. Big
Blood
ad.
mirror. Tooth deliverance.
Taunt boss. Interrupt.
Counter.
Taunt
Essence
boss.
of Ganir. Counter
Four,
shield totem.
3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your-
waves of time crash over you.
Taunt boss.
Vulture.
Gift of the Queen.
Big ad.
Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss.
Move out.
Watch your step.
Not you.
Taunt
Then
boss.
first
4,
embrace.
3, 2, 1.
Intervene.
Let the
Watch your-
waves
Take
of
it, blue
time
ad ranged.
crash over you. Just
3,
as I foretold.
2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time
Gift of
crash
the
over
Queen.
you.
Big ad.
Tears
Move over to the
deliverance.
other one. Nuke red ad.
Healing tide. Tranquility.
Move out.
Earthen shield totem.
Just as
Countered.
Watch your step. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Spirit link.
You mean
Let
it?
the
Watch your-
waves of time
Countered.
crash over you.
Big ad.
Second pots.
Just as I foretold.
One is dead. To be honest, it's just the execution, I think.
4,
We just need
3,
to stop dying from
2,
rings. before-
1.
Yeah, I think with
Let the
this
Watch
tactic,
your-
well, it's gonna probably work better. We have to be careful and pay attention for the two orbs that
4,
are gonna be slowed by
3,
the new
2. One.
bubble.
Let the
Watch
waves
your-
of time crash over you.
Watch your step.
I think you can wipe now.
I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Gateway.
Get to the wall.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your timelines end here.
Misdirection.
Let's go.
Big ad. Big ad.
Earthen shield totem. Tears deliverance. Gift of the Queen.
Torn
Counter.
boss.
Gift of the Queen. Countered. Countered.
4, torn
3,
boss. 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of time crash over you.
torn
That
boss.
was a horrible plan.
Big ad.
Move out.
Ocean aura.
Watch your step.
Fresh your plan.
Gift of the Queen.
Get range
3,
again into
Gift of the Queen.
torn
Countered.
boss. Watch your
Of time crash over
Nuke it now anyway.
Countered.
Get some up.
taunt boss.
Just as I
4,
foretold.
3,
Countered.
2, 1.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash over you.
Countered.
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Tranquility now.
Move over, kill the red one.
Tranquility.
Move out, ranged and healers. Oh, you're all dead.
Yep.
Just as I foretold.
Countered.
Watch your step.
Energetic embrace.
3, 2, 1.
Countered.
Let the
Watch
waves
your
of time crash over you.
big ad.
Just as I foretold.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch your
waves of I take no joy in this victory, but it was inevitable.
Gateway.
Okay, final pool of the day, just so that we don't call it over. Let's see if we can actually get to phase 2.
The only other tactic I've seen for the second blue ad is to do it like the first set of ads, kill the red one when it spawns, then kill the blue one, and treat it like the start of the fight. If that helps, because of the rings being slowed twice, we can do it that way.
Well, I don't think we can change anything now. We'll reassess for next week and see if there's anything better out there. I think we're a long way away at the moment, but we'll see if there's anything we can figure out to help us. Otherwise, it's back to farming and forget about pull down until TS is out. Right, let's pull. Because I don't see us getting past this in 300 tries, I don't know. Not with this comp anyway.
To the wall.
To the window.
5,
Wow.
4,
Come on, guys.
3,
Stay
2,
alive so we can
1.
actually go. Try to. We can see how we're doing. DPS.
Yes, no doubt get a nerf in 7.2.5 and she'll fall over.
Big ad.
Quite the same.
Big ad.
Just focus on everything. Dodging orbs.
Gift of the Queen.
Taunt boss.
Gift of the Queen. Essence of Gamir. Counter. Counter.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let the
Watch orb.
waves of time crash over you.
Taunt
You are
boss.
destined to die.
Big ad.
The ancient elements. Counter.
Move it.
Taunt boss. Watch your step.
Not you.
Taunt boss. 4, 3,
Gift of the Queen.
2,
Earthen shield.
1.
Let the
Watch orb.
waves of time crash over you.
Countered.
Taunt boss. 4, 3, 2,
You
1.
are done. Let
Taunt
the waves
watch orb.
of time crash over you.
Big ad. Taunt boss.
Except for the residential ring.
Taunt boss.
Countered.
Watch your step. 4, 3, 2, Taunt boss.
Let the
Watch
waves
orb.
of time crash over you.
Big ad.
Shame, we're actually one of our best tries damage-wise there. Before everyone, and I include myself in this, died on the second set of
4,
orbs.
3,
Set of orbs.
2,
What was it?
1.
Well, that's
Let the
because
watch
we're
orb.
focusing on trying to get the boss lower, but completely ignoring the ads, which messed me up. I didn't have it.
I had the hugest brain fart. I blinked into a ring, sort of got a rest, went, ooh, that's nice, rest into a ring.
Anyway, guys, thanks for the raid.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Cheers.
But,
Thank you.
I don't think the ads died too slow on this attempt though.
I don't think so either.
We got lucky. Spawned right on us. They died quite.
Well, the second plat spawned in China though.
Yeah, but said if you have like 2 Shadow Priests, 2 Boomkins, the dots, we just dot it up. By the time it comes to the third set of orbs, the ad has like probably about 40% of its life left.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Like the first 3 ads are not the issue. It's like getting the second blue one down in time and the red one, but we had too many people dead for the red one. Well, anyway.
But I saw a strategy where I think you actually don't kill the red one. You just phase the boss before the red one kills you.
I mean, it's something we can look into for next week, but I think we're going to need the haste buff off that ad because we don't have the damage otherwise. But we'll look into that.
I said the boss has the thing has 100 million health, right? Give or take. The pink ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives you 30% damage buff. So what ballpark?
Just coming from the garden.
The boss needs to have at least 300 million health for it to be worthwhile for phasing.
First day sitting in the sun.
That's a fifth of its health.
Yes. What about you?
Yeah, but we said we're generally about 20% off.
Well,
So yeah,
you can count all of my damage out of that because of Destro. I just cleave, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you play full.
Oh, yes, I agree. Oh yes, the birds are doing mousing in, yes. Yes, not so much fun at 4:30 in the morning, but...
Logs in Discord if anyone wants.
What?
Thanks, right. Logs.
Logs
in Discord.
I understood locks.
No logs in Discord.
Oh, we don't like logs.
I guess so.
I mean, to be fair, no.
Shadow priests always want to be
Yeah,
logs.
okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
More priests, less shamans.
Yeah. We had five shamans today.
Yeah, she went back there, took her
To be fair,
the
no.
station.
The damage point is kind of redundant until no one dies on the orbs, unfortunately.
You?
So
Yes.
we need to sort that out.
I mean,
I guess some people have probably haven't done this fight in probably the last few months if they don't.
Yes, we have both.
And if you don't come to the
Highly
flex
doubt
ones,
Really? Still.
There's no way.
Still, you need to be able to dodge rings. It's just part of it.
yeah, but it's a thing of habit. It's the blue thing can be in random locations. The orbs, the boss can spawn the orbs in random locations, and you just need to learn the patterns.
Yeah.
I've basically it changes a bit in Mythic now because the orbs come back, but in Heroic I know exactly what side to run on based on where it is, and I know exactly where my gaps are because I've done it so many times.
Yeah, but even without knowing all the patterns, you can still see the orbs and just dodge. It's not as good as knowing all the patterns, but you can still do it without knowing all the patterns.
For me, what I found out is the best way for it to work is always move to the side where the boss is. If you look at the boss from the blue circle.
Well,
it just depends on how far out you have to go, because sometimes you get the spot closer to blue, and sometimes you have to go a bit further.
I just cheat. I run to China and double blink back.
At the end of the day, you have to wait for those two from the blue bubble to pass before you go back anyway, so...
Yeah.
Honestly, half the time I would just stand there, not move at all until those two ones behind me got near me. Because there was people sometimes move when there's no need to. But, well.
But you also rest into the one, so...
yeah, so ignore me.
Apparently Frost is really good on this fight. I can't quite figure how because there's a shit ton of ability. I get Demon Hunters, but Frost?
Frost is good at everything.
Yeah, it's a high consistent damage spec, especially if you've got the BI's trinkets, legendaries. Breath of Synagosis up almost all the time. So. The only issue that DKs have on that obviously is their movement, whether they can stay alive and avoid all the things, and how well they can stay in contact with the boss. Same problem as most mana, but at least they don't have a spec that requires some burst or build up to do a proper damage rotation. I'm sure Poker will be fine damage-wise. Whether or not he survives it is another matter.
I think demon hunters can use they can cheese the rings, right? Because they can just basically sit. I can't remember. I don't know how Toki was doing it, but
Double jump over them.
no, I think he basically went into metamorph. The ring doesn't kill you. It does about 3 million damage. So if you self-heal, it's good enough.
Maybe it doesn't mythic. I don't know.
A mythic